the, the audience are gonna love that cat. He wants to play. He wants to play.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, grab your drink. Anything you want like sponsors to see? I got a Sprite, so hopefully we get sponsored by Sprite.
Yeah, we're
I
trying to get sponsored.
yeah, I was trying to get some branded t-shirt or something, but I didn't have time
Nice.
to do it, I guess.
For your snowboard company?
Yeah, from a snowboard company. I don't think I'll be going pro snowboarding anytime
Me
soon,
either.
but maybe Titleist. I'll put a Titleist golf bag in the back. Maybe that's what I could
There
do.
you go. There you go.
Um,
For
Quite the
sure.
sport enthusiast.
yeah, grew up playing all the sports, so
Same. Grew up playing
yeah,
everything.
I think I hit my first home run when I was in diapers. So uh,
Whoa. Awesome. Well, yeah, we love that you're here. This is To the Moon Entrepreneur, episode 3. And my name is Frankie from Six Keys. Casey.
My name is Casey, and I'm the founder of Pure Storage, which is basically the Airbnb for storage.
Mhm. And
gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I'm Mike. I'm with Solvana. So we're making it easier to buy solar for your home. You can think of us like Carvana, but for solar. So no salespeople, all automated,
Mhm.
and no touch.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. I
Nice.
first read about it on Y Combinator, their startup school on a forum there. And I definitely got intrigued. I love everything that's solar. But I haven't bought any solar panels myself, but I do know from colleagues that it's kind of a hassle getting some solar panels. So yeah, this is a good solution you're coming up with.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, I've been in solar for over 10 years. So I've sat in front
Wow.
of hundreds of customers. I've given a lot of presentations. I've consulted with investors and such. And this is one of the biggest problems that we really have in the industry. It's the consumer awareness and the trust, but also a lot of the cost. So when you can reduce salespeople with a need for salespeople, then obviously you can lower your costs and you don't have to pay sales commission. So just like Carvana, we save our customers a lot of money just by reducing our soft costs, which is really important for the industry. So we're really excited, and we actually just launched our marketing campaign this weekend. So um, we're in the early stages of our flight to the moon.
There
Nice.
you go.
So we'll see
Mhm.
how it goes.
So you guys are basically a marketplace for solar panels. So any manufacturer can list their solar panels on your site, and then you just connect them with customers.
No, so it's actually a little bit more involved than that. So we
Okay.
actually provide a turnkey service for our customers. So our customers will send us their electric bills and answer a handful of questions, including some lifestyle questions like, do they have an electric car or do they want one? Do they have squirrels and a lot of snowfall? And do they plan on do they have a lot of blackouts or anything like that? And then we take all that information and we customize solutions for them that they can then pick from, and then we'll come and install them. So we'll have a base solar system, then we'll have adders, and then you can add your battery system if you want a battery system. Sized and configured for your needs based on your questions. And then you can pick your financing, and you can check out entirely in the app, and then we come to install the system. So it's not like a marketplace where there's just random equipment up there and then it's do it yourself.
Mhm.
It's a turnkey service. It's basically like self-serve solar, if you will. And
Mhm.
then we'll come and install the system for you and get it up and running. So there's no added cost. It's just the price is the price. What you see is what you get.
That's
Hmm.
awesome.
What's the duration from when a customer contacts you to when everything's completed, installed?
Sure. So the first goal, if you will, is to get a proposal back to our customers within 48 hours. So
Mhm.
they'll go through our automated, we call it our RFA flow. It's a request for analysis or request for proposal. And and then we'll get that information. We'll send them a proposal back, and then whenever they're ready at their own pace, they can click buy, and we'll get notified, and we'll start that process. So from the beginning to the end, it's about anywhere between 3 and 4 month process to when they say go to when we get it installed. The reason why it's so long is there's a lot of state and local requirements we have to abide by. And we also have to get it permitted. We have to get it inspected. We have to order materials. But the biggest thing is the state incentive program that many of our customers are eligible for. And that just takes, dealing with the state. So it takes a while. But we do everything. So our customers don't have to do any of the paperwork. They don't pull any of the permits. They don't do any of the engineering, of course. We do everything for them, and hold their hand throughout the entire process.
Okay. And you're starting first in California?
We're actually starting off in New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Florida. So I'm native from New Jersey. So I grew up and actually started my solar career in New Jersey, and I'm very familiar with that market. I also lived in Massachusetts for a while, a couple of years, so I'm familiar with that market as well. And Florida, one of my business partners lives down there, so we like that market as well. And the reason why we're looking at those markets, it's a little bit different than the California market. There's a couple of buckets depending on how you look at solar, but those markets are a really great place for us to start with the app. Keeps the MVP light, and the benefit to our customers is very, very significant. So we can help a lot of people out over there, moving forward.
Didn't California just make a solar mandate for all housing?
Yeah, so solar mandate for all housing, that's for my understanding, all new housing. So they have to have at least like 3 kW per house. And that's more for new construction. What we do is primarily the industry is called like a retrofit. So you already have a home, you already have an electric bill, and we're going to come in and analyze your electric bills and then design a system to offset that consumption, and then install those panels so you no longer have an electric bill. So instead of paying your utility company forever, you pay for your solar for a couple of years, and then after that, you have no electric bill or very, very small electric bill, and you're saving money, you're helping the environment, you're also helping your local electric grid. So that's just something that doesn't get brought up a lot, which is one of the things that I like most about solar and batteries, is that it really helps fortify the electric grid during those hot summer months when there's blackouts or brownouts like you see in California a lot. So it just helps the quality of life. We're in America, we're pretty lucky to turn a switch and electricity comes to our door. Most people don't know how that works. And now we can do that all within your building envelope or within your home, if you will. And it really helps reduce the strain that's on the electric grid. So that's going to reduce blackouts and brownouts, which means we can keep playing our Xboxes and PlayStations, and we don't have to worry about our quality of life diminishing. So it does cost something to have this awesome quality of life, air conditioning whenever you want it, a cold beer, cold ice cream, and we're getting to a point where there's so many electronics coming in to the marketplace with electric cars and widgets and smart widgets and the Internet of Things. Even though they might be more efficient per unit, there's just so many more units per person. And that electricity has to come from somewhere, and our electric grid is very old. So the backbone of the electric grid hasn't really been upgraded significantly. So distributing where we produce the energy helps with that problem.
What's how many years do each customer gets on their return on investment?
So the return on investment, or the payback period, it differs per state. So depending on your state's local incentives, it'll basically determine your payback period and then your future return. So we see, and also residential and commercial have different payback periods. There's an additional tax benefit for commercial installers. But so again, the range can be anywhere between 3 and say 11 years in the states that don't have any incentives. But when you compare that to buying electricity for the rest of your life, the question comes down to, hey, do I plan on living in this house for 10 years? Not does it make sense to buy solar? You have to buy electricity. We're just showing our customers a smarter way to buy it. And the way that I tell customers what makes sense to me is a lot of customers go to Costco's or BJ's or Walmart and they buy all these things in bulk. When they buy in bulk, they save, 10, 20, 30%, whatever it is.
Yeah.
When you buy solar panels, you're basically buying 25 years of energy in bulk.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you save a significant amount of money, a significant amount of dollars. And when I did the math, customers wait, maybe 45 minutes, a half hour for Costco gas in some parts of New Jersey. They're only saving like $200, $300 a year. I did the math. So how much is their time worth? It's with our customers in the first year can get back as much as $10,000 when you look at their tax credit, their federal tax credit, their local state incentives, and their electric savings. And then from that point on, they get the electric savings and then whatever local state incentives. So our customers are saving, proportionately way more than buying Costco gas. And it's the same concept. You're just trying to buy trying to buy wholesale, and that's what solar power is.
Yeah. And right now is the tax season, so if people purchase some solar, they can get some credits right there.
Some huge tax benefits. The Congress just extended a big tax credit for us. So they kept it from 26%. Was going to decrease in 2021. Now it's still 26%, which is a great thing for the industry. Also, because of COVID and because of remote work, I think a lot of people that live in urban areas that are mostly left-leaning, population are moving into more rural areas and they're buying more houses. So I think there's going to be a huge increase in interest for solar for homes. A lot of millennials are moving out of the city and moving into rural areas, buying homes. And I remember in second grade very vividly, the first day a janitor came by and dropped off a blue bucket. And that blue bucket was for us to recycle paper. The point being is since second grade, me and my peers have been, taught to recycle, conserve all your energy, just be more conscious of the environment. And I think we're going to get into a big part of the market where millennials and people that subscribe to that are really just going to just buy solar. And millennials, if you're one of them, I'm one of them. We don't like talking to salespeople, so I thought I'd do them a favor and get rid of them as much as possible. So in the app, there's actually still live chat, so you can still live chat with a salesperson, and you can always call us. And you're actually assigned. All of our customers are assigned a solar advocate from the beginning. So if there's any questions or concerns, you have their email and their cell phone number that you can text, call, or email them. For any questions, you can set up an appointment. You can get all the details. So you'll always have an expert that knows who you are at your fingertips, but you won't always have to talk to them.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Great customer service.
Yeah, that's what we're shooting for.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at the landing page right now. Did you yourself created the the website and the app as well, or how's your tech team?
Yeah, so I'd like to take credit for it. I was responsible for half of the prototype. So I actually learned computer coding about 3 years ago and built a prototype. What you see here is not my work. We have my brother actually is our CTO, so I brought him on, and he has a ton of experience in coding. He's worked with some big companies in New York City. And we also have a design team that designed everything to make it look and feel like it should. So everything that you see is all built in-house. We have some, what you see is the tip of the iceberg. The tech stack that this is built on is, I would do a disservice if I tried to talk about it. Maybe in the next podcast, my brother can talk about it, but it's running all the latest technologies, microservices, AWS. It's very, very secure. There's, again, what you see is just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Which means that when we go into a new state, it's very easy for us to add in or change any of our code. So if a law changes or we want to go into, say, Texas, all we have to do is put in that state incentive and boom, we're in Texas. So it's very, very scalable. And that's probably the thing that really blew my mind most with an app. I used to have to go up and down Home Depot aisles and recruit people to come to my presentations, give the presentation, and then go to their home and sell them solar and then keep up with them. So now I can put all my knowledge and my partner's knowledge and my brother's knowledge into the app, and boom, it's just downloaded. So I don't have to repeat myself. I don't have to forget things like that. So it's really blown my mind a little bit for how much technology can change everything. And now that people are becoming more and more familiar with solar, they just want to see the details and what it means for them. So that's what we aim to give them.
Yeah.
The more you could automate, the more you have time for other parts of the business.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah. In our previous podcast, we had a fellow where his industry was video, and what made him so well was because he's been in the industry for several years, as well as his partners. So I'm guessing you yourself have been in the industry for quite some time, and started maybe as a sales representative, and then just work yourself to the top.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So I started off again walking up and down aisles in Home Depot. So basically right out of college, I was about 23, maybe 22. I started learning about solar, and my undergraduate was in diplomacy and international relations at Seton Hall University. So a lot of that was about sustainability, the least developed nations, how climate change, how the economy, and how finance, all interact and affect everything. And what caught my eye was just the, energy. If we can provide energy to these areas of the world, then we can get them internet, we can get them computers, and we can, open up a ton of education. And I think education and opportunity is one of the things that will help prevent some, serious conflict, wars, and things like that. Because if people have jobs and food and a roof over their head, they're not likely to want to go out and blow themselves up or, go rob and steal and cheat the next village over. So it's there's a lot of things that this will help. And right now we're focused on, the United States market, get our footing. But I have friends in Ghana, friends in South America. I've worked in some of those areas regarding solar, so I'm familiar with that a little bit. So we can easily, again, just translate, Google Translate, and we're in all these parts of the world selling different products and things like that. So that would be a really awesome goal of mine to achieve, is become international. So
that'd be awesome, especially in China. They're using a lot of solar as well.
Yeah, that's funny you mentioned that. My brother actually lived in China for 7 years, so he's fluent. Yeah, so that's
already.
Yeah, he's already a local celebrity over there. But yeah, it's I won't get into that on the podcast. All good things. All good things.
Part 2 coming soon.
Yeah, amazing. So
Solvana part 2.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I absolutely love solar, but I have 2 problems with it currently. One is, how is it manufactured? How can you guarantee that the manufacturing process is green and that it actually doesn't produce more waste than the energy sources that it takes over? And then 2 is, how do you make sure that the energy efficiency of these solar panels is close to 100%.
Mm.
Sure. So I mean, as far as sourcing materials, we source our materials from tier one manufacturers.
Hmm.
So companies like LG, Hanwha, Hyundai, same car, same company that is associated with the car company. Technically, it's a different company, but the same parent. So all of our companies that we source from are big corporations that have responsibility, environmental responsibility teams and things like that to make it sourced as clean as possible. I mean, it's no secret. It takes dump trucks to go out and get the materials to make all the raw materials to get it into a solar panel. But it does the same, with oil. And when you look at what happened to the BP disaster in the Gulf, that killed and harmed the wildlife as pretty significantly in a matter of months. So it's really about we're humans. We are going to have waste, but it's about getting it as cleanly as possible. And hopefully, as more and more money goes into the market, we'll find better ways to source the materials or even recycle the existing panels. As
Mm.
far as the efficiency goes, the efficiency, just like all electronics, will diminish year over year. So we factor that into our calculations. So just like your car, EPA estimated 40 miles per hour or 40 miles per gallon. In 10 years, you might get 35 miles per gallon. Same thing with solar panels. But again, we take that, we call that degradation into account. And every panel has different degradation factors. So an LG panel, which is a premium panel, might have a 0.25% per year degradation factor. Another competitor might be zero point 0.5, another one might be 0.75.
Yeah.
And that's all based off of their warranty. So depending on, small, medium, large, good, better, best panel, there'll be different degradation factors. And then there's also slightly different materials between the solar panels. So in our process, we give our customers at least two options. One is a good option, and then the one is a premium option. So they can choose in between the price, obviously, the system size, because if we have a more powerful panel, that means we typically can put up either more power or less panels, which means less holes in the roof
Hmm.
and more room for future expansion. Say you want to add an electric car in 5 years, you can power your car now because there's more space, more real estate. So we give our customers those options. And what a lot of our customers are doing is they're picking the better quality panel for a couple of reasons. One, you get more power and more value over the life, which when you factor all of the benefits and all of everything, the value per month or the price per month is pretty much the same. It's within a couple of dollars. So coffee or two each month for you to go with a premium product.
Mm.
So it's something that I thought was pretty awesome for me because our customers are getting a premium product. The product that I would want on my house, most of our customers are choosing. Where if we were just giving them a PDF, they wouldn't be able to compare and contrast and really see side by side, apples to apples, which one was better for them.
Hmm.
So it's an exciting part of the app is giving our customers that much freedom to choose.
Have a customer first mentality. That's definitely gonna take you a
Yeah.
long way. And when did you say you started? Savannah was launched recent?
So Solvana, we started the company as ACDC Solar in 2013, and we rebranded to Solvana because of the app.
Mm.
ACDC Solar kind of sounds like a mom and pop, electrical outfit that you might run into locally. But Solvana just has a much better ring to it. That's pretty much it. I hated the name ACDC Solar. Felt like I was on some type of a bumpy road or something. Um,
Yeah.
and Solvana just really rolls off the tongue. And it, by coincidence, I'll say, sounds a little bit like Carvana um, and the automated car sales company. So,
Mm.
it's just a happy place to come buy solar for your home or business. We'll be adding business services soon. In the app, we do business services outside of the app, like a traditional solar installer. But we're really focusing on residential customers with the automated part. And, that's pretty much it. It's just, we try to make solar as easy as possible.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we achieved while still giving really accurate quotes and proposals. So we're not just guesstimating. We're taking your actual electrical data and giving you options to choose from, which a lot of companies, they say get a free quote and it's written on a napkin, or the system's oversized. Or one of my biggest pet peeves is solar companies will use an inflation rate for the utility rate, which is not realistic. So, say your bill in year one is $100, and they say it's going to go up 4 or 5 or 6% every year. That's compounding interest. That's going to double very, very quickly. And that's just not realistic with what the market's going to be doing. So we use a 1.74% annual inflation rate, which has some really impactful things when you go 20 years out and you're forecasting savings. And that number I actually calculated off of New Jersey's electric bills. So we try to be accurate, but we're also trying to be on the conservative side of accuracy. So we're not going to say, hey, you're going to save $100,000 when in reality you might save 60,000. But hey, you're saving $60,000, and that goes right into your pocket. And those are all after-tax dollars. That's what a lot of people don't really realize. Because it's not a business, you don't write off your expenses. It's whatever you have in your bank account at the end of the day is what you have. So if we can put another $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in your bank account over the next 10 or 20 years, that's a significant savings for our customers. That represents 50% savings, if not more, in some states. So it's a really significant windfall for these customers that we joke, hey, you could put your kid through college, but maybe a semester by that time, but it'll help.
For just
It'll
a
help.
semester. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of pros for this. Definitely a lot of advantages for your customers, consumers. But I guess if you make the process very, very seamless, that's all most customers are worried about. Just making it easy, just with a tap of the button in your app, and if they can get it installed, the rest, even though there's many more advantages, they'll. That's not their top priority. I don't know if you've seen Casper. Casper the
yeah.
not the TV show. Casper the it's a startup.
the
It's a startup.
the friendly insurance company, I think.
Well,
I,
it's actually a mattress startup. Casper.
Oh, the mattress. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
thinking then there's another one that's very similar name. It's an insurance company, maybe.
Oh,
Anyway, I know Casper. I just bought a mattress. It wasn't Casper, but
mhm.
I looked at them.
Casper's a popular name.
Yeah, there you go. The friendly mattress.
But yeah, with Casper, they really skyrocketed. Because like you said, salespeople, when you go buy a mattress, there's salespeople everywhere, and they don't really give you the best deal. And Casper just eliminated that completely. And it may say it may just be a trivial mattress, but because it's so easy to order, people that didn't need mattresses, they actually just ordered one just for that easy transaction process. And I sense that's where you're kind of leaning with Solvana. Just be the Casper and everything solar. And
Yeah, so we're trying to automate as much as possible.
yeah.
Like you said, it's making the transaction as easy as possible. We're actually going to be integrating credit checks, and pre-approval for loans right into the app. So we'll be releasing that very shortly. And again, it's they have live chat. It's connected to my mobile phone, the team's mobile phone, so we can respond via Slack, and then it goes right into their app view. We take their initial deposit with Stripe, So everything again is done inside the app. And there's really, we call it a 3-step process. They pick their solar, they choose their financing, and then they choose whether or not they want to buy and add batteries. And that's it. And all of those options that they see in front of them are custom designed for them. So it's kind of like their custom marketplace inside the app, where they don't have to know, hey, I need 76 bolts and 104 flashing kits and 300 UFOs. That doesn't mean anything to them. We do all that, but we give them a turnkey price and turnkey assemblies, if you will. So a battery comes with all the necessary parts to install, the labor, everything. Everything is what you see. So if you want to add it, boom, there's no other added fees or anything above it that you have to worry about. And we have 6 different finance options for you, ranging from 5 years all the way up to 25 years, and then a cash option as well. So if you want to pay or self-finance, if you want to go out with a home equity line of credit, anything like that. So we give our customers, just like if you were to go to buy a car, they give you all the different finance options laid out, and then you just hit select, and boom, that's the one you selected. If you want to add batteries, you just add it to your cart, just like you're shopping on Amazon. So it's it's some really, really cool. It's a really cool process built on some amazing dev stack, technology stack that really makes everything seamless. So the page won't refresh. When you add something to your cart, it just appears in the cart. Things that we've come to take it for granted in everything else. When what we buy, solar's not like that. A lot of solar technology and software is all on the design side, and then their result, it's like a Rube Goldman machine or whatever the crazy contraptions are.
Yeah.
They have all this work before, and then at the end it just gives a PDF. It's
Right.
a
Yeah.
simple task. It just prints to a PDF. Like, what is this?
Yeah. All
So
that process for nothing.
exactly. I mean, and that's all good. Some companies need that and it helps them out, but it doesn't help the customer out. It doesn't save them sales commissions. We can get rid of 6% of the price just off the top, just because we don't have a sales commission to pay. That's basically thousands and thousands of dollars. So there's some huge cost benefits, not only for the customer, but also for us, where typically one salesperson could manage 10 customers per week. Our solar advocates can manage 100 or 500 or 300. So that's one sales commission, if you will, for 500.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So we're trying to, again, automate 60% of the whole process, and then the other 40%, we can, work with the customer and go from there. So.
Yeah, you make me want to just purchase a bunch of solar panels right now. It's that easy.
It's my job, man. It's my job. So yeah, it's we have a lot of fun, and obviously we're so passionate about it. If my other team members were here, you'd hear their passion come through the screen as well. But it's not just selling solar to sell solar. Again, we want to help people. One of the best things about going into the home, which I won't be able to do much more, I'll be able to go see installs, but I won't be able to go into home and save a family that is living paycheck to paycheck, $1,000 in a year or $2,000 in a year when they're living in Massachusetts and they have electric heat. So they're literally paying $800 a month in the winter months for heat.
Wow.
In the summer months, it's $100.
Hmm.
How do they have to take out a mortgage, some of them, to pay for it, and these are people with good credit scores, with jobs. It's very expensive in some parts of the country, and that's at a rate that's twice what the national average is. So they're paying 24 cents per kilowatt hour. The national average is around 12. So it's just it's similar to what's happening in Texas. When there's a crisis or a shortage of energy, the price goes up. Obviously, Texas is something on a different level.
Oh yeah.
But in Massachusetts, it happens every year. So, pick your poison, if you will.
Yes. So how do your panels function in snow or times like that, or in harsh weather conditions like Texas?
Sure. So our panels and our systems are designed to be independent from the panel next to it. So we use what's called a microinverter or an optimizer, either solar edge or Enphase. And what those do is they make every panel independent from the one next to it. So if you remember the old Christmas lights, if you pull one
Yeah.
bulb out, everything goes dead. That's what the old systems were like. The new systems are you can pull the light bulb out and the lights still work before and after it. So that does a lot of things, but most importantly, it just improves performance, and it also gives excellent monitoring and safety to the system. So if there's ever an emergency, you can shut down the system, and every panel will be shut down. So it only discharges 1 volt of power. So it's the best design. And as far as snow, snow happens. They're just solar panels are just like cars. Whatever you would use to, get snow off of your car, you can use to get snow off of your roof. I don't recommend any of our customers go up on the roof themselves. In Massachusetts, they have, I guess, roof shovels that they're already familiar with using. There's services that go out, or you can just wait for the snow to melt and slide off. Um, in low light conditions like clouds, we have certain panels that are better for it. And then the optimizers or microinverters will help maximize that production. So again, we design our systems very, very well to maximize not only the savings, but also the performance, which is, tied to the savings. So all of our customers that produce more energy save more money. Just that simple.
It sounds like Texas needs you right now.
Yes, I actually just reached out to some people on Instagram. They messaged us and some local partners there. So I don't think it'll be too hard of a coding challenge to get Texas up and running, but we'll probably maybe enter that market in the next 6 months or so. So very shortly, we'll be entering that market. That's my goal. Being able to help out these customers with their $10,000 electric bills or $5,000 for a week of electricity. That's just, that's crazy. With the solar and battery system, they wouldn't have any need for the electric grid for 90% of the use cases over there. So, we can significantly help a lot of people. We can't wait to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. The current system of how we get electricity and gas for our heaters, it's pretty ridiculous. There has to be a better way, far simpler and affordable way. And so, yeah, hopefully it sounds like you're at the forefront of that, and hopefully just more companies do the same. So,
Yeah, we certainly like being at the front of the line. I was always the line leader. Sometimes I'd get yelled at, always wanting to be up front. But it's just because I wanna be the one that's doing the new things, or be with the people that are doing the new things. And we're certainly changing the way that customers buy solar. And my favorite quote, I always forget which Kardashian it is, but or Jenner. The one that had that $1 billion company, she made something like $60 million a year, and she had 5 employees. It's just technology. You can get a lot done. Obviously, it's a little bit different with branding. Nobody knows who I am yet, but
we're
it's
gonna
the
post you all
scalability.
over social media.
Hopefully.
Wait,
it's just
what was your favorite quote? You didn't say the quote from Kardashian.
I was quoting myself. My favorite story. Just quoting that story that she basically ran a $1 billion company with like 5 employees, a handful of employees, and
Oh, sorry.
and it's just it's just amazing what you can do with technology. And I think, again, getting back to um, reducing our soft costs and reducing obviously then the customer's costs with the sales commission,
Mm.
it's a pretty significant savings that we have. And we're going to try to do that and still maintain our quality in customer service with our live chats, with our schedule your appointment whenever you want, and just with the simplicity of the app itself. We're going to be integrating some really awesome features in the future that will not only keep customers coming to buy solar, but also maintain and monitor their solar, and then also refer their friends and family. So our customers will be able to get $1,000 per referral. Um,
Wow.
so typically, our marketing costs about $2,500 per sale in solar, and that's just a cost you have to pay for Google, pay for Facebook.
Yeah.
So when we give our customers $1,000, we're actually saving our future customers $1,500.
Ah, okay.
And because of our job costing process,
Mm.
we account for that on every project. So every project is a separate job cost, if you will. So you're not paying for our mistake that we made, on Smith Ave, 4 years ago or 5 years ago. It's you're paying for your system and your system only. So it's a very precise process, and it means that we can save our customers, a couple of $1,000 just by being smart in accounting for everything. So there's so much I can talk about, but there's a lot that we can do with this app, and we're super
Yeah.
excited.
This is your passion. I sense it.
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah, it
is.
sounds like you guys have just made the perfect use for technology, is streamlining processes that take 5 extra people, take a couple extra days, and you get lost in the accounting part of it. Sounds like you guys have just made a great use of your technology.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, appreciate that. And that's a lot of the feedback that we've been getting inside the industry. They've said, "Oh, I wish we had this a year ago." And we can't believe somebody else hasn't made something like this. And there's a great article on, let me see the website here. It's solarpowerinvestor.com, how
Oh.
to invest in it or acquire a residential solar company. And it gives 7 metrics. And I actually found this after we started this project.
Mhm.
And the top one is increasingly high customer acquisition costs,
Hmm.
lack of consumer awareness and trust,
Hmm.
slow, mundane, error-prone, and outdated processes,
Yeah.
digitize as much as possible from lead generation to fulfillment, lack of follow-through, transitioning into little referrals, low customer LTV, and diversify whenever possible. And we
Hmm.
check every one of these boxes
Hmm.
with this technology platform. We can easily substitute a solar panel for siding or energy efficiency windows for these same homeowners, or a decking project. So it's the technology has a lot to scale, obviously with referrals and the lifetime value of customers, just keeping them coming back to our portal. We can upsell them, and there's a lot of things that we can give our customers just with this technology. And then obviously the obvious ones, digitize as much as possible.
Hmm.
We actually just got our very first completely automated lead today. We've been marketing for, I guess, 24 hours. And
Hmm.
customer went in, created an account, went through our entire account creation process,
Yeah.
filled out our request for proposal, and sent us his electric bills via a third-party app. So we have all of his electrical data in Excel spreadsheets, everything that we need. We haven't talked to the customer yet.
Hmm.
So that just saved, countless hours.
Yeah.
And getting electric bills is very important. It's really the sticking point for solar customers. And it worked once, so now it's just time to hit repeat.
Yeah. Huh.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah,
Uh,
recycle, rinse,
so
repeat.
yeah, exactly.
Nice, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Once you get the first one in, it's not that it's gonna get a little bit easier for the next one, but you saw that it works the first process. So just
Yeah,
yeah.
Once you find
immediate.
that formula, then you just repeat it.
Exactly, and that's what I alluded to before. It's just the scalability of this is just awesome. So
Hmm.
it just blows my mind
Yeah.
that
Well,
you
what?
can,
How,
it's like
yeah. How are you gonna
coming from
celebrate?
sales.
How are you gonna celebrate when you go public and you go to stock?
Oh, when I go public, I haven't quite figured it out how I'm gonna celebrate, but I'm definitely gonna take care of my family
Yeah.
and probably just golf a lot. I don't know. I golf a lot. I golf a lot right now, so I'm actually practicing for when we go public. I can just keep golfing and
There you
I
go.
can I can visit some good courses with and shoot some respectable scores. So
Yeah.
it'll be a lot of fun. But it's really just
Nice.
yeah, I'm a builder. That's what my brother's a builder. Rick, my partner's a builder.
Hmm.
He used to build decks, and he came from his own construction company. So he's got over 50 years in construction.
Wow.
So our process, job costing, our job costing formula and abacus, as we call it, has over, I don't know, 1,500 lines of materials and everything in it, from every nut and bolt that we need, all the way down to labor costs divided up on by how we divide up our labor. So it's, our customers, again, there's no fat in our projects. Everything is accounted for, and it gives our customers the best price and the best value because we're not cutting corners. We're not, for instance, we include a pass-through box, which takes all the wires and puts it into the attic, and it hides all the wiring. So when you put your solar panels up, you don't see a gray conduit going all over your roof.
Oh, okay.
So that takes a little bit extra craftsmanship, but we do that because that's how we want it. So we're able to do and add these additional features and benefits just as standard whenever we have access to an attic. And it's the same, price as what you would see, we've really figured out a way to job cost effectively and give our customers again the best value at the end of the day.
Hmm. Nice, nice.
You think you'll have to go for venture capital funding, or are you guys pretty much um, bootstrapping yourself?
So we've been bootstrapping. I've been bootstrapping for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
I found out all of the ways to eat very, very inexpensively. I think I might turn into a Costco hot dog
I love
if
Costco, man.
if I have a few more.
Yeah.
Um,
Good value.
so
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I always say you'll read about it in my book. But I've slept on couches for months at a time. I've had no gas money. I've had no any money. It's I've lived at home. I've done that. So it hasn't come easy. We've had a lot of challenges, and we've overcome them, and obviously you're stronger for it. And
Hmm.
we really haven't had to raise any money yet. And our plan is to really perfect our system.
Mhm.
It's like a race car engine. We're going to build the engine, and then we're just going to look for fuel, if you will. So we don't need a VC to come in and develop the race car or do any of that stuff. We just need them
Hmm.
to fuel it for us, mainly marketing budget. So that'll
Yeah.
be in the conversation probably in the next 12 to plus months,
Nice.
12 plus
So
months, something
actually,
like that.
some investors will invest if you beat them in golfing. So
Oh, well, there's going to be a lot of investors. So,
yeah,
yeah, I'm honing in my golf swing. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
nice.
Best wishes, Tiger. I just got the news today, so that's been pretty crazy news, current event. So hopefully, Tiger's all right
Yeah, car crash
with that
also.
accident. Yeah, it's just it's weird. You never meet somebody, but you can, feel that much emotion when something happens to them. similar to what happened to Kobe. So
Oh, that really killed everyone.
yeah, I know. Sorry to bring the mood down, but it's just I can't not mention it.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even
My
hear
heart
about it.
skipped a beat when that happened.
yeah, he was. Anyway, you can read about it. I don't want to talk about it any further on the podcast. But
Oh wow.
so
Hmm.
best wishes for Tiger, and obviously the game of golf is forever changed because of him. And I golf. I love golf because of him, and obviously growing up with family that love golf. But without him, probably a lot of kids wouldn't be playing golf.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool that he was able to change it the way he did.
Yep.
So
Nice, nice. Well, yeah, all our wishes for him.
yeah. So um,
But yeah, definitely, we definitely learned a lot from you, and everything
Yeah.
that's in this industries.
I think it's a great business, great example of a business that's for the customers as well as for the environment.
Mhm.
yeah, I appreciate the time, guys, and obviously I really appreciate the interest. We're just starting to launch our marketing campaign, so this is my first podcast
Nice.
that I've ever done, and hopefully we can
Awesome.
do some more. Maybe you'll be the first guys to podcast me when we ring in the bell in a
Hey.
couple of years.
Oh, that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome.
So it's on
We'll put
video
a stock
now.
exchange.
So
We'll put a
Awesome.
stock
On video
exchange.
now, on YouTube, on
yeah,
podcasts, on everywhere.
exactly. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, really appreciate your interest and best of luck with this venture and whatever else you guys are doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Let me
we are.
know when you guys are in Washington too. I just checked your website and said you guys weren't in my area code. So
No,
when you
not
guys
yet.
when you guys make it up here, just let me know. I think I got a few friends.
Washington State.
Yeah, Washington State.
Washington State. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
I'll expedite it for you.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
Hmm. But yeah, I
so
mean, we're all have our own respective startups. I myself, I like anything that's disruptive. And yeah, like I said, when I first read about what you're building, I checked out the website and it seemed yeah fascinating. Like you said, the industry has been kind of stagnant. Salespeople everywhere, and so yeah, yeah, definitely intrigued me what you were building. So keep at it.
I appreciate it.
And tell your brother great work. Sounds like he's been just
He's been, yeah, it's been nonstop, and we
yeah.
have an awesome team. Rick has the construction experience. Sam has the coding experience, and I just bring a ton of energy and solar knowledge and some creativity, I think, and it's a perfect match.
Yeah.
So we're
Sounds like a great team.
pretty stoked. Yeah, so check it out, Solvana.io. If you're in New Jersey, Massachusetts, or Florida, you can sign up and get a free solar quote customized for your home. And if you start a live chat, you'll probably be talking with me. So you'll have a solar expert to answer all your questions and give you good advice on which path is best for you.
Yeah, my dad just moved to Florida, so I'll send him the link here right after this podcast.
Awesome. I can't wait to see it come through.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. Is
Cool.
there any more questions you have, Casey?
Any last quotes? Last words of
Uh,
wisdom?
last words of wisdom.
Yes, yes,
Well,
sir.
my last quote, I ended up quoting myself, so I won't attempt another quote. But it's really just it's regarding solar. You have to buy energy. It's not whether or not you want to buy electricity or not. You have to buy electricity. It's just which is the smartest way for you to buy electricity. And right now, in most cases, it's buying solar panels for your home. So it just makes sense. A lot of times it's been made into a political argument, left or right, blue or red. There's many arguments for independence, ownership, that is very, very rich in Republicans' mindset. So, why would you want to continue to pay your electric bill to a utility company? Why would you want to keep renting your electric from the utility company? You own your home, but you rent your electricity. Doesn't make sense.
Mm.
And so there's no reason why not to go solar. That's more important than the reasons to go solar, in my opinion. And that's just all about awareness and trust. So that's really what we're trying to do for our customers.
Mm, awesome. Beautiful.
Yep. Show
Well,
them the money.
yeah.
Exactly.
All right, Mike. It was great having you here. We'll definitely, follow you and see where the progress, how you progress this, and yeah, definitely. Solvana episode or part 2 coming
Part
soon.
three. Part two.
Part three, yes, the landing on the moon part.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you guys.
First launch
Uh,
and then
Maybe
land.
we'll have solar panels on the moon, huh?
yeah, there you go. Exactly. So hopefully we can put them there.
Direct sunlight.
Um, yeah. Anyway, guys, I appreciate your time. I love the podcast. And